Good morning. How is everyone out there? Are you well? Say thank you. Thank you. There you go. All right, let's say, everybody, if you can, please stand up. We're going to get started here. And everybody's going to say thank you like 4 times in a row. Here we go. First one. Say thank you. Here we go. Thank you. 2. Say it again. Say it. Thank you. Say it again. 3, 4. And thank you. And one more time. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, how wonderful. You may be seated. We're starting the day with gratitude. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's storming. We are grateful to be here. We're grateful to connect with positive, open-hearted people and really dive into that energy, that transforming energy of love. You ready for that today? Yes. All right, that's what we're about. I got my partner here, Oswaldo Mora. That's right. Who's going to anchor us in that consciousness of prayerful energy in the meditation. I'm Rev Victoria, Loveland-Coen, and you are sitting at Unity Center of Peace. And it is a special service today because we are welcoming in new members. In just a minute, yeah. So let's first say hello to those of you joining us online on YouTube or Facebook. Yeah, hello. And if you would just say something in the chat, and then we feel like we've got a communication going. All right, so let's just take a moment, take a deep breath. Settle into that energy. And as Waldo lights the divine light candle, ooh, and we get the confirmation from the heavens. Let's take all of that in and say our opening invocation together with me. Breathing in from your heart center. Together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe. And in my life, God, the good omnipotence. Breathe. Feel that energy of omnipresent, omnipotent good that is just waiting for us to accept it. Just waiting for us to say yes to it. That's what we're here for today, to say yes to it. Yes. And so it is. All right, so I hope you will join me, and let me just get this right here. And if I could have the board members come up and join me. First, we're going to welcome in some new members, and Chris Eagle, there we've got, and Carla Glass, board members here. Let's give them a round of applause, board members. All right, Together, we're going to welcome in new members, new wonderful individuals who have committed to saying yes to that infinite spirit that we just did, really embracing that, embracing this community, and jumping into their spiritual path, a big yes to the spiritual path. So if you could come forward, let's see, Lynn Hamlin, Kevin McCarthy, Megan McCarthy, Azada Dashti, Dylan Stone, Marcia Gado. Come on up. You get a candle there. All right. Look at these beautiful faces of the divine right there. Lovely. All right. So all of these individuals have taken the Pathways to Community class. They've agreed to participate with this Unity Center of Peace community, which is now their community, now their home, by sharing their time and talent and treasure according to their own inner guidance, and agreed to the membership covenant, which I will read for you. This is what they are agreeing to and what we've all agreed to when we enter membership. And so I ask you to just sort of really listen with your heart and take that in and kind of remember what we have agreed to here. I understand and am aligned with the basic teachings of unity, and I support UCP's mission, vision, and core values. My spiritual unfoldment and relationship with the divine is a priority in my life. I strive to consciously create, along with my fellow members and congregants, a loving and accepting atmosphere where everyone is welcome. I support UCP financially as I joyfully and lovingly share my tithes or love offerings. I commit to sharing time and talent with one of UCP's ministry teams. I speak with constructive purpose about UCP and my fellow congregants. Should I perceive any personal conflict with a UCP or another congregant, I commit to seeking guidance from Spirit first, then resolving that conflict with the person or persons involved. I recognize that my presence at and participation in services and activities contributes to and enhances the experience for myself and everyone. Together with my spiritual family, I am co-creating with God the ongoing dynamic life of Unity Center of Peace. I recognize that through my support, sacred service, participation, and commitment, I sustain the UCP programs and services that we know bless and serve our local communities and the world. Through my membership, I honor the Spirit in me and the Spirit at work in each person who participates here at Unity Center of Peace. If you agree to this, please confirm with an I do. All right. And Chris is coming around with the divine light candle that you will light your candle from. Go ahead, Carla.
By lighting your candle from this candle, you commit to growing in spiritual consciousness and are now welcomed as an official member of this spiritual community.
Yeah. All right. We have a lot today. It takes a little while.
So can you please stand? Do you, the UCP community, agree to support these new members in their spiritual growth and their service to this community? Please respond, I do.
I do.
So please join me in showering our new members with our unity blessing. We love
you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ as you. Mwah. All right, you may applaud. sit down. We have a little gift for you.
In the sand, yes.
Oh, lit, yeah. So,
And that represents our journey of spiritual growth together. Thank you.
yeah. Here's for Lynn. Thank you. Dylan is there. Yeah, Marcia.
It's got your certificate, so it does make a difference which one you get.
Megan. Yeah, you really have to stick it in there too. Kevin, thank you. Pass it down. You did it. Yay. All right. Look at all this light here. That's new spirit, new light, new ways of shining, which are it's adding to the light of this community. All right. Thank you. And now I will bring that back. And now get ready for the meditation.
I invite you to close your eyes. And for a moment, let's go back in time, 10 minutes. Reverend Victoria asked Osvaldo to light a candle. Osvaldo took the green lighter and brought fire and shared with the big candle. Then Reverend Victoria invited the new members to come to the stage. And from that big candle, 6 more were lit. And neither the lighter or the big candle lose the fire. That's how our own light is not extinguished when we share. When I share what I am, it multiplies. I am light. Whether I like it or not, I am light. I am divine power. It's in me, whether if I recognize it or not. But today I invite you to recognize it, saying, yes, I am divine light. I am divine power. And it's not only for me, it's to be shared. That's my contribution to my community, my light. that is divine. And I know by experience that when I share what I am, I grow. I multiply. That's the way our dear Master Jesus multiplied the bread, the fishes, from that consciousness. Knowing that when you give, you are just multiplying. Where do I begin sharing? With you. You are the beginning of the things, as you are the ending of the things. You are the Alpha, you are the Omega. Everything begins in you, and everything ends in you. You are the center of your own universe. And from there is that you share. Breathe. Feeling that divine presence. That's what you are. You are what you feel. Breathe and accept that truth that sets you free. You are divine light. It's not only from the day that I was born, it's from the beginning of the things. I have no clue consciously where did it begin. It began. I don't know. Neither do you. But I just accept. Radical acceptance to my divine presence. I live from there. And that's what I share. I share what I am. Breathe. Feel your presence. And flow. Any circumstance in life is an opportunity to experience the power of that divine presence in you. No circumstance is bigger than you. None. Because you are infinite in love, in power. You are. Breathe. Sustain that truth. Breathe. And accept that. From the silence, the next minute or so, just anchor on that. And from that place of silence, you can say the name of those around you that you share what you are. Bring their attention by saying their names. Reminding them that they are loved as well. Everyone, everything is love. I'm holding in my hands the prayer request box. We're going to pray over these prayers, knowing and recognizing that the answer is in their own hearts. Praying from our truth supports the truth of my neighbor, knowing they are already healed, already sustained in purity and abundance. I invite you to take a deep, deep breath. Let go. One more time. Let go. And the third one, we're going to let go aside. Whenever you're ready, please open your eyes. Wow, that was great. I love it. Thank you for bringing this wonderful energy to our divine community. Welcome new members of the family. It's an honor to count on you here. This is your community. Make it yours. So, being part of the community brings us something that is being the basics for all communities, and a state of mission and a state of vision, and we have it there. So that's what we look for and what's what we do in order to get there. So bear with me, please. We envision the divine light awakening in all, our mission. We center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. And so it is.
What is now? There it is. So, a brief history of you. So, I thought today I would give you a little brief history of my evolution in unity music here. So, this is a song by a guy named Daniel Lamad, who it took me a second to kind of appreciate what he did and what he does, but he writes very nice songs. And this is the first song of today. This is a song called I Want to Be Like Water.
No, yo me voy allá al frente. Que me tengo que ir al frente.
Well, I've seen my share of struggle when I thought that I knew best, when I sailed through a storm instead of stopping to rest. And it always seems the hardest when I made up my stubborn mind. Well, I'm changing my ways this time. I want to be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Want to be like water, head up the hill no more. I am bound for for the sea. Have you ever seen an eagle fly straight into the wind? He doesn't pick a fight, he just spreads his wings and gives in. And in the end he always makes it home just fine. I guess he knows that every storm subsides. I wanna be like water flowing down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head up the hill no more. I am bound for the sea. Well, I'll let nature take its course. No more thinking that I know where this river's meant to go. I've railed against the stars for the cards that I've been dealt, for the lottery I never won, for the heartache that I felt. But it always seems when I let go of expectation and regret, life has plenty of surprises for me yet. I wanna be like water flowing down a mountain in shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head up the hill no more. I am bound for the sea. I wanna be like water coming down a mountain in shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head up the hill no more. I am bound for the sea.
Yeah, thank you. That was a perfect song for now. The storm, every storm passes. Oh, okay. Good morning. You guys ready? We are beginning our study, our exploration of Robert Brumet's book today, Birthing a Greater Reality, a guide for conscious evolution. And this book is just rich with insights about ourselves, about the world, the time in which we're living, and probably most importantly, how to be on the leading edge of conscious positive change. And so there are 6 chapters in the book. So for the next 6 weeks, we will be exploring the wisdom in each. There is a book study that accompanies the talk series, and you have a choice of either in person or via Zoom. And we'll share more details about that later. So let's take a nice deep breath and dive into this. Dive into this together. All right, so our planet and everything on it has been evolving for the past 4.5 billion years, roughly, and has gone through enormous radical change over the eons. And then about 2 million years ago, human-like creatures who stood upright appeared, Homo erectus, and then we evolved from there. And about 200,000 years ago, we evolved into Homo sapiens. And about 100,000 years ago, we stopped evolving physically, and we shifted from a biological evolution to a conscious evolution. So when you think about it, we have looked pretty much the same as our relatives 100,000 years. I mean, it's wild to think about. 100,000 years ago, we haven't physically changed much. I think we kind of had stronger jaws, because meat was tough. And we had a more prominent brow ridge. I'm guessing because we didn't have sunglasses. And I covered it over. right? Had to have been. So physically, we have remained the same, but our consciousness has changed. Our minds have grown, which is why, despite the fact that we don't have big claws or sharp teeth or the ability to grow a woolly coat in the winter to keep us warm or the ability to run fast, despite the lack of those things, we have survived. Because we've used our brains to figure out how to protect ourselves, how to hunt, how to grow crops. Not just survive, but thrive. But thrive. And at some point in our evolution, and we'll probably talk about in the next few weeks when that might have been, we became aware that we're aware. We became aware that we are aware, which, when we did, began the big mystery of life. So to give you a sense of what I mean by this, take a moment, close your eyes, and become aware of your breathing. Don't change it, just be conscious of your breathing. The breath in, the breath out. The breath in, the breath out. You are consciously aware of your breathing, so it's an object in your consciousness. That means you're not your breath. Now, bring your awareness to your body. Feel your body. You know, what's tight, what's comfortable, what's uncomfortable, really. Feel your physical body. If you're aware of your physical body, that's an object in your consciousness. You're not your body. Now, bring awareness to the thoughts in your mind. What are you thinking right now? Where are your thoughts leading you? Where are they leading you now? Your thoughts are an object in your consciousness. You are not your thoughts. So if you're not your thoughts, if you're not your body, if you're not your breath, then that means you are the one observing these things. You are the witness observing this phenomena. You are the observer. What is that? Okay, open your eyes. And so from this mystery, art, music, dance, storytelling, myth, spirituality emerged. And at some point, or gradually, we became aware that we might just be more than just our physical body, more than just our mind. Right? So as we have been evolving within our species, within our own species, we have affected everything around us. We've affected everything around us and the planet itself in beneficial and not so beneficial ways. Right? As Brumet says in the book, as we advance in consciousness, we are advancing the evolution of all of life on Earth. As we advance in consciousness, we are advancing the evolution of all of life on Earth. And you think about it, species have had to adapt because of the changes that we have precipitated in the planet. Some species have gone extinct, right? And so, as most of us know, we are at a critical point because of all the changes that we have triggered in our environment. And we can go one of two ways. We can go one of two ways. We can either, succumb to kind of what's happening, and the way it looks right now, it looks like we're headed for our own self-destruction. But that's not a given. It's not a given. In fact, the time is ripe for a quantum leap in consciousness that will propel humanity in a positive direction. The time is ripe for an awakening. For an awakening. Do you feel that? Which way we go will be determined by us, by our willingness to take the next step in our conscious evolution, which is to allow the highest divine self to emerge. Our willingness to do the work of awakening from that deep sleep of separation. Our willingness to do the work of healing our own wounds, of offering compassion to ourselves and others. As Brumet says, there is an inextricable link between our personal healing and global transformation. An inextricable link between our personal healing and global transformation. Wow. So it's that link we're going to be exploring the next 6 weeks. So, we spiritual beings, and we talked about this many times before, spiritual beings in a human form have an amazing opportunity. We have an opportunity to know ourselves as both a physical being living in a physical universe on this beautiful blue-green marble of a planet, and at the same time know ourselves as eternal spiritual beings. And just kind of dance between those two aspects of our being. What a profound opportunity. What an amazing time to be alive in this particular moment in our evolution. To be alive and aware of this. Now, of course, most people aren't yet aware of their spiritual self, their highest spiritual self. For most people, the physical three-dimensional world is the only reality, right? That's the truth for most people. And you think about it, and it feels a bit of a handicap to just be aware of one aspect of your being, in particular the smallest aspect. The limited, separated self. Kind of like hopping around on one leg with both hands tied behind your back and blindfolded. Really a handicap. To just be aware of one side. But the realization of the fullness of who we are, that is our destiny. There's no question about it. That is, for all of us, our destiny. And some writers kind of write about this poetically, this place that we are with both aspects of our being. And they say that humanity is somewhere between the lowest beasts of the earth and the highest angels of heaven. And you can see throughout history, we have explored both aspects of our being, right? Sometimes we have soared like angels. Humanity has done so much good in the world. We have loved and cared for people. We have come up with advances in science and technology that has eased human suffering around the world. We have extended life, a healthy life. We have come up with expressions of art that have inspired us, made us think, expanded our consciousness, helped us perceive differently. And then, at other times, throughout history, we have behaved lower than the beasts of the earth. We have worshiped power and money and religion and ideology above all else. And that has created so much suffering in the world. Truly a demonstration of man's inhumanity to man. And it's like we kind of wobble back and forth. Brumet says, we have overdeveloped knowledge and underdeveloped wisdom. And we have created external wealth and internal poverty. Right? And I would add to that, we have an overdeveloped desire to acquire and an underdeveloped desire to express compassion. And you see that reflected in our times. You know, it always blows me away to think about that little tiny 1% of the population that owns 40% of the wealth. The top 1%, as Bernie would say. Top 1%. Right? There's Bernie. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Dana and I always have this running joke. Soup! I want soup! Not that he ever says it, but it sounds like something he would say. I don't know. We love Bernie. So, you know, we human beings are capable of so many extraordinary things. Look what we have done. You know, in the space program, the Hubble telescope, the Webb telescope. We are capable of extraordinary things, truly limitless in what we can create. The human mind is an evolutionary miracle. The problem is, if we're using only the mind, we can create a lot of things that can create a lot of suffering for a lot of people. Because we're leaving out the other part of the miracle, which is the human heart. The human heart. So both things really have to work together. The human heart, the miracle of the human heart, and the miracle of the human mind. And when both things are working together, wow, that's when we create the beautiful inventions and services that can help so many and really propel us on that next level of our evolution. So what's it going to take to own that other part of our body, the other part of our soul, the other part of our self? We can't even acknowledge that it's an essential part of who we are. We routinely dismiss love as weak, our heart as overly emotional. We think of spirituality as something you do just on Sunday morning. Or for some people, it's just for theologians to discuss spirituality. Or some people feel that all they need to do is confess that Jesus is their Lord and Savior, and they don't need to do anything else. Everything else is taken care of. Right? What's it going to take? Now, fortunately, as I've talked about before, we have a divine drive within us to awaken. We have, everybody does, a divine drive within us to grow and evolve. That is that highest divine self within us that is always seeking to emerge through and as us and express its magnificence through and as each one of us. That is a real thing. The thing is, it is competing with another drive within us, which is that drive to stay the same, to hold on to old ways of doing things, old ways of thinking about things, even if it's not working, because it's comfortable, right? It's something familiar. It's something we know. It's comfortable. Holding on to the ego, right? So we've got these two competing drives. And it does seem like whenever there's an exponential growth in consciousness, do you ever feel like this? It feels like there's a tipping point in enough people becoming spiritually aware. You know, when we're opening up to the subtle realms and we're exploring our spirituality, we're exploring love, we're becoming more inclusive, we are embracing all, we're sharing, we're caring, we're compassionate. There seems like there's, whenever there's this huge quantum leap, that there is an equal and opposite reaction. And a large percentage of people just want to draw back into the old way of being, regress back into the old way of thinking, the old way of doing things. In my little tribe, to regress back where I have a clear distinction between good and evil. I see things black and white. The old way of seeing, which breeds fear of differences. So you see that kind of push-pull. There will be a birth of the next level of our conscious evolution. That is a given. There will be. The question is, will it come with a cataclysmic Armageddon? Or will it be a natural cosmic childbirth, as Robert Brumet puts it? A natural cosmic childbirth. How to facilitate that natural cosmic childbirth is really the subject of this book and of our study, our book study. How to facilitate that. And it's a process, he says. It's a process that we can't will to happen, but we can't prevent it either. Which is kind of weird to think about, wrap our minds around, right? Because we're used to thinking in terms of doing or not doing, being active or being passive, giving or receiving, subject or object. We're used to thinking in those terms. And he says in the book, but the evolutionary impulse, the cry, he calls it, is done neither by us or for us or to us. It is done through us. We are instruments of it and for it. In this process, we are simultaneously active and passive, subject and object, seed and fruit. We are both alpha and omega. Ooh, I heard that reflected in the meditation this morning. We are both alpha and omega. We are not a thing, we are a process. We are not a noun, but a verb. Human being. Yeah. Interesting, huh? To open up to that different way of perceiving this and ourselves. And even though we can't make it happen, it does require our consent. The natural cosmic childbirth requires our consent. We must be willing to do a little surrendering. surrendering our attachment to the way things have always been, surrendering our old ways of doing things, our old ways of thinking about things, surrendering our hold on the ego, the small separated self, surrendering to a larger vision that is trying to emerge here. So some of you know that the board just went on this retreat. All the board with the two new board members and myself and a Unity minister who facilitated the retreat. We went on this retreat at the beach. Beautiful location. It was raining the whole time. That's okay. We had a lot of work to do, so we were in there visioning. We were visioning about the direction of Unity Center of Peace. And really using Michael Beckwith's visioning process, which he says, you're catching a vision. I want to catch a vision for what wants to manifest, what wants to emerge, Spirit's idea of the direction of Unity Center of Peace in the next year or so. Catching that vision. So some beautiful things emerged. Some beautiful ideas and images emerged. But what was really surprising was what was emerging was a different way of doing things. Not the what, but the how. Different ways of thinking about things. In fact, kind of a reinvention of how we do things here. And while that was exciting, at the same time, it was a little scary. What? What do you mean we've always done it this way? Come on. I've been here a long time. We've always done it this way. It's uncomfortable to step out. And I know that when we implement these changes, it's going to be even more uncomfortable. That's when we need to remember to surrender to that larger vision that is seeking to emerge and step out in faith that will propel us into that next phase of our evolution here, of the potential. So this week, I want you to think about areas of your life that maybe have gotten a bit stale. Maybe you've done the same thing the same way for a long time. You've thought about the thing the same way for a while. Maybe you're holding on to a way of being, a way of thinking about things. And see if when you think about, I wonder what else is here. And meditate on the possibility of something new being born. What would make me come alive? You know, what would help propel me into my next level of evolution? My next phase that is trying to be birthed through and as me. And we will take this step, this next step together. Because remember, as we do our own work, personally, it's also collectively. It's also the whole of humanity, right? So you ready to do this adventure together? Yes? Yay! All right. I'm gonna stay. Let's do it.
It's so nice when the message conforms with the music choices. This worked out pretty well today. Going down the path, still my little journey here through our music. This is my favorite Unity song. I have no idea who wrote it, but I heard it, and the first time I heard it, I said, I get it. This song helped me get a lot of understanding. and it's just darn nice. It's called I Am the I Am. If you figure out how to sing along with it, you can. The words are I am the I am. It's not too complicated. I'm coming out this long night's journey into day, and I'm not afraid anymore to look in the mirror, to wipe the tears off of my face, and the sadness fades. I'm ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am. Too many years I've spent putting square pegs into circular holes, and I did not know myself. Why would I come here to live a life stuck in a mold and be bought and sold? I'm ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am. The I am, I am 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 the I am, I am. No greater feeling than loving myself, body and soul, and the pain just goes away. I'm out in a new world as a creation, perfect and whole, and I'm loving soul, ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am. The I am, I am 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 the I am.
Can you sigh, please? What experience today. Thank you. The change, the time changed last week, and everything is changing right now. New waves. And I was listening to the message, and it's like, how do I do this? How can I convert a noun into a verb? How I was trying to, in my mind, gratitude is not a verb, right? How can I gratitude, I'm not gratitude, your gratitude is not a verb. But how can I convert that into a verb? It's just by sharing. Sharing is a verb. You see, so if you are grateful, share. What? What you are. And I'm going to ask you something, and I need your answer. Are you abundant? Are you abundant? Yes, I am. Please. I am that I am. So what we're going to do is to share what we are. And if we are abundant, we're going to share that abundance with our beloved community, right? You see, everything goes in cycles. So we really appreciate your participation. We really appreciate your being part of this community. Our beloved community is growing. And I'm not scared about the change that Reverend Victoria said about to come, because I trust this community. I trust Reverend Victoria, and I trust the Board of Trustees. So let's embrace those changes with our love as we embrace this gratitude thing with love and another sign of gratitude. Whatever method you choose to share is there. You can scan the code, or you can be a resident of UCP by having this green card. This gives you the permission of being, connected all the time. Or another green card like that as well. So whatever method you choose, we really appreciate. And let's hold that in our hearts. And let's go with the blessing of the exchange. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so it is.
The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
We're going to bless our sharings. Keep your eyes closed and breathe and recognize the abundance in your heart that is shared here to grow our beloved community, to grow our spirit. Bless all the sharings, all the love in here. And so it is. If you have a prayer request, please make sure that it's going to be in the foyer, the box, and someone will take care of that. So, raise your hand if you are here for the first time. Andres, welcome. So did you receive a package of, there is a contract that says you belong to this community. So if you just fill out the form, the greeters will give you a present for being part, and we really enjoy your presence. So we hope you keep coming and be part of this community. Thank you. So now we have the time for our flower angel recognition. The flowers of today comes from Frank Gonzalez, and his dedication says, I would like to dedicate these flowers to all pet owners, and especially to those who have lost their baby pet. I honor their unconditional love and sweet companionship. And I honor my cat, Barry Panther, who was my dearest friend and companion for 12 years with his loyal love and joy. May he be warm, healthy, and happy on the other side of the rainbow bridge. And may we know that have faith that our beloved pets are always with us with their loyal energy and love. There is this baby cat. Thank you, Frank. So we go with another song, and then we go with announcements?
That's right. You're getting this down. So I don't know if you all know, but this is my last Sunday here for quite a while. I will see you in May, but I won't see you in April, and I won't see you for the rest of March. Off to New Zealand for a bit of time with an unfortunate stop in Hawaii. We're trying to live through that. Okay. So. Anyway, this is a song to you guys. I get nervous about these things, so this is a song to you. Done, the blinds are drawn, the sound of afternoon is gone. The corner store has locked its door, and everyone has left for home. As their sleepy little heads snuggle safe inside their beds, you and I will stay and watch the sun fade. The buccaneer, the liar man who would be king. Cavalier, the profiteer, the one who knows only suffering. As their cannons gather rust, all their castles turn to dust, you and I will stay and watch them all fade. We are on an endless flight, my friends, no beginning and no end. I've forgotten more than I remember. Sometimes I want to hide myself away, but I know there's no escape. We must go on forever. The sea will rise, the mountains fall, the earth will turn itself upside down. We have seen it all before, and we will always be around. In 100 million years, when the planets disappear, you and I will stay and watch them all fade away. And in 1,000,000,000,000 years, when the skies all disappear, you and I will stay and watch them all fade away. Fade away. Fade away. See you in May. Now it's time for announcements. All right, Marucci, here we go. First announcement this week, Sunday, March 16th, Birthing a Great Reality Sunday talk series and book study. Today, Rev Victoria will begin a 6-week spring talk based on Robert Brumet's book, Birthing a Greater Reality, a Guide for Conscious Evolution. I believe they're for sale in the office. This week, we are starting our 6-week companion book studies, beginning March 20th on Thursday afternoons via Zoom. It says 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., which would be more early evening than afternoon, but anyway, nonetheless. And Victoria, you must, not Victoria, with Reverend Victoria, you must register to receive the Zoom link and in person beginning on Friday, March 21st, with David Glass from 3 to 4:30 at UCP. Want me to read that one again, or you guys got that one? You got it. David Glass, would you raise your hand? There he is. Yeah. And please register for the book studies at unitychapelhill.org or sign up with the sheet on the back shelf. Vibrations of Love, Chakra Balancing with Crystal Bowls with Kellen Kamakaro. Join Kellen Kamakaro on Monday evenings at 6:30 for an exquisite experience balancing your chakras and crystal singing bowls. Each class will focus on a specific chakra. Tomorrow night's session will focus on the sacral chakra. And join us. You can sign up using the QR code, which is right there, or on the TV screen, or go to unitychapelhill.org, or talk with Kellen after the service. Everybody knows who Kellen is. Where did she go? She's back there. She left. Okay. Full moon, fire, and spring equinox ceremony. Mark and Katja do not seem to be here, so they are not going to talk about it. But it's coming. I don't have any more information than that on the announcements. Sorry about that. All right. Adopt a Highway this Saturday, coming up next Saturday, March 22nd, for our first of the year UCP Adopt a Highway cleanup of the Sewell School Road. This is a great way to participate in our Earth Care Community initiative while caring for our beautiful planet. Sign up on the back sheet or scan the QR code on the TV screen. UCP is hiring a new Youth and Family Ministries assistant. We are currently interviewing candidates for our open YFM Assistant Sunday position. If you enjoy working with children of all ages, please talk with Reverend Victoria or Shannon after the service, or go to our website, unitychapelhill.org, to view the job description and pass the information along to friends and family. Planet Green Recycling Program, Barnsley. We'd like to say a few words about this and the Earth Care Initiative.
All right. So who would like to be able to give an extra $50, $100, $200 to Unity above and beyond your tithe without taking anything out of your own wallet? Does that sound good? Yeah, I mean, you could take it out of her wallet if you want, but you know. Okay, so here's what we do, you all. And by the way, we have collected over 50 cartridges. Each cartridge is worth $1 or $2 to the church. Over 20 of the cartridges were from my own neighbors. So here's what you get to do. You get to take the template that I wrote up and put your name in it and your information in it and become the point person in your neighborhood, your office, your gym, your whatever, wherever you go regularly, and get people to give their used cartridges so they stay out of the landfill, but also every 50 of these is about $50 to $100 for our church. The other thing you get to do is take one of these cute little sheets of paper and put it on your refrigerator. Does anybody else ever lose their refrigerator? I don't. So whatever goes on the refrigerator, you'll remember. Take a picture of it. If we're out of them, just take a picture. And for every new or remanufactured cartridge that you purchase, 10% of the total comes back to Unity. The prices are better than Amazon. I can vouch for that. And so if you spend $100, $10 of that comes back to Unity. We can, if we all pull together, save the earth and provide over $1,000 easily to our church. So who's with me? Yay. Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Thank you, Bartley. All right, today at 1 o'clock, join everybody here to express gratitude to you with Alt Nathaniels for pizza and wisdom. I guess he's got pizza anyway, but anyway, we'll see. He says he's got some wisdom too. So he's giving this back for the swell birthday party that we presented him with a couple weeks ago, and we're going to explore pizza and profound questions about life. And as further incentive, the one and only Chris Eagle is going to play some violin for us. So that starts today at 1 o'clock. Today's deeper dive discussion is led by Gaines Steer, who's sitting right there. Did you want to say something, or did you just move up front?
I said something about the men's group.
Okay. This is an opportunity to gather and discuss things after the service today. Bring in a coffee and snacks for a deeper dive discussion in room 103. Did you want to say something about the men's group? Okay.
This is an announcement for men only. It's not a secret that the Unity has a very strong women's group. It may be a secret that the men have had a hard time, a bit of a struggle coming together. To begin with, there are fewer of us. We've been meeting at men's houses on a given night. It has not really worked. There are not enough of us to coalesce. So we're doing something different. We've brought the men's group back into the church using Sunday morning as our magnet. So every fourth Sunday, which is next Sunday, from 9:15 to 10:30, men are meeting in the chapel for a special program. Next Sunday, we're working with the Sacred Path Workshop, a very, very powerful program that I am leading for the men. It's next Sunday from 9:15 until 10:30. If you're a male, show up to help us recreate the men's group. Men come together in a different way from women. So this is our attempt to produce a strong support group for men individually and collectively. Next Sunday at 9:15. Be there.
Okay. Two more items very quick. Join us right after the service for light snacks and fellowship at our Sacred Cafe. I would assume we're having the Sacred Cafe inside today since it's a little dreary outside. So we're probably clearing off this section over here to make room for the Sacred Cafe. And then finally, a 3-minute miracle. If you need a prayer support for any concern, our prayer partner Mel Carone will be happy to pray with you after the service in room 102. Down the hall, the last doorway on the left. Online viewers, you can email your prayer request to prayer@unitychapel.org for a prayer request, and our prayer partner will call you back and pray with you over the phone. Please include your phone number. That will facilitate the phone call. And that concludes the announcements for today.
Thank you, Chris.
Tana has an announcement.
I do. Quite quickly, I'll just make it from here. Next Saturday is World Water Day, and you may know the Raging Grannies, have heard of the Raging Grannies, and the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom, the Triangle Branch, and other Friends of the Earth are hosting a celebration from 1 to 4 at Martin Luther King Jr. Park here of World Water Day. In particular, the theme this year, it's chosen by the UN, is glaciers and the preservation, trying to understand why they are vital to our survival. It turns out that they are the primary source for fresh water for this planet, and it can create, if it's not managed, our global carbon footprint is wreaking a lot of havoc. So anyway, come and learn. There are lots of hands-on activities for children related to water and glaciers, and it's 1 to 4. And anyway, you can also look it up. Go to the UN Water, UN-Water, and there's a lot of wonderful resources and information there about it. Because we're kicking off. The next decade is going to be studying this cryosphere, which has been neglected. The cryosphere, the water on the planet.
Thank you, Tana. So, thank you very much for those announcements. Now we know where our community is going and all the events that we have. And we have the future of our lives in there, waiting for us to be open the door.
I am the radiant light of God, I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant light of God, I am, I am, I am. Come with God, the strength of God, mythology, energy, vim of God, I am the radiant light of God, I am, I am, I am.
We actually had one more who had to leave before we got in, but we had a great group today. We're talking about the power of wisdom this month. And the children, we talked a bit about wisdom, about making decisions and what are our sources of wisdom. And the children made little hearts, and on each little facet of the heart, there's a source of wisdom for them. So I think, Arena, did you want to say something? And thanks to Arena and Michael who came in to help today. So, something very quick here.
Well, I've been here almost 3 years. And I've never done this before, never. And today I said, well, I ask people all the time to do something, the flowers, this thing, that thing. And I said, did you ever done this before? And then I thought, well, I never done this before. And it was amazing. It was so much fun. And I was a little child with them a little bit in the back there, like myself. We were blowing each other's hair. It was so much fun. And I dare you, do something that you've never done it before. And if you've been here for a while, there's so many things to do that miracles can open up, like kitchen, volunteering, the children, the flowers, the art show, highway cleaning. I dare you, do something that you've never done before.
Thank you. And I hope to see some of you next Saturday at the roadside cleanup. But let us bless the children in our traditional way.
We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we behold the Christ in you. Mwah. Thank you, beautiful family of this wonderful community. So I will invite you to stand up if you are able to close our service of today. We began with a prayer of protection. Take a deep breath. Bring your conscience here. Go with me. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Hi, it's Rev Victoria here. I'm at Unity Center of Peace with our house band, Bright Matter. Hello. Yeah, and if this video has inspired you or empowered you or opened your heart, opened your consciousness, or even just given you hope, we ask that you support what we're doing here by making a donation today, going to unitychapelhill.org or clicking the link below. And we thank you. Thank you.